Hey everybody, welcome to the Alan Phillips channel. In this episode we're going to use all these PVC components and these poultry watering cups, and we're going to make a water feeder for the chickens for the new coop that we got going. So follow along and we'll put this thing together and we'll show you what we made. If you get any value from these episodes, we'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. That way we know we're kind of making something that's a little bit interesting for you guys, and it'll give us a little more drive to push some more videos out. So yeah, we really appreciate it. So let's get started. So you have to bear with me here. I don't have the tripod for the camera, so I kind of have it leaning up on a box of nails. So if you guys fall over, we'll pick you up as quick as we can. So what we're trying to go for here is this is kind of going to be the base, the bottom of it, and from this 2-inch fitting, the water vessel will be at the top. We'll have a 2-inch riser stacked down to here, and then that's going to branch off left and right with the reducer. So we'll reduce the 2-inch down to 3/4. Those will be our offshoots on the side, and then we'll tap our cups into there, probably 12 inches apart or so. And then at the end of that, we will have a couple of threaded clean outs in case we got to clean out our horizontal runs. And then on the bottom, that's over here. On the bottom, we're also going to put a 2-inch down to a 1.5 clean out. So that'll be our base, or it's not going to sit on the ground, but this will be the bottom of it. And then, like I said, we'll branch off the left and the right runs here with the 3/4. And then the cool thing about these self-watering cups is you can actually just drill a 3/8 hole in this Schedule 40 pipe, and this thread is supposed to be strong enough to just run this in there, and that should give it a watertight fit. So these Harris poultry watering cups are kind of neat. They're made in the US, so that's one benefit. And ooh, mosquito, get out of here. You can mount them either horizontal like this, or if you flip over the fitting, you can mount them vertical, I guess, if you will, so your pipe would be up above. You can run these in 5-gallon buckets, basically anything that will take this end of the fitting. So kind of what happens is there's water in the cup already, and then as the chickens drink it, their beak will hit this little extension on the valve, and that'll let water just keep filling into this cup. So it's sanitary. It's kind of, you don't have like a bucket with a trough tray around the outside that they can kick bedding into or anything, but this is supposed to keep it, you know, clean. And then if you have to clean it out, you're just, this little cup, you can just unclip it like I did and just wash this out, put it back. So it's not like contaminating your whole water supply. If, you know, if one of the chickens went to the bathroom in the edge of the trough, your water supply is going to start getting dirty. So we'll give these a shot and see what they do. So we kind of know what we're doing with this end, so let's glue all these fittings together, at least get that part done, and then we'll have to do some calculations, some measurements, and figure out how long we want to make the other parts of it. So another primer, or PVC glue. I did kind of do some research on Schedule 40 PVC and CPVC, which is the gray stuff. They're both suitable for potable water. So I was just curious, you know, if this was like a healthy way to water your chickens by using this, because every house I've lived in has copper pipes. So I was like, well, PVC, I guess some people use it for water delivery. Obviously it's used for sanitary sewer purposes as well. But most of the research I did on it, they all said it's totally fine. Actually, all of them said it was totally fine. So no worries there. The difference between this, again, I'm not a plumber, but this is just kind of some of the research I did. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section. I will welcome that. Is just the plain PVC. This stuff is, like I said, rated for potable water. It's not as heat resistant as the gray stuff, the CPVC. I guess that's treated with a chlorine substance or something. It makes it more resistant to higher temperatures, up to 200 degrees. So you can run it off of like a water heater or something like that. Where this, just regular PVC, will tolerate temperatures up to, I believe it's 140. So not that we're going to be using it for that application, but it'll start to distort it if temperatures over that, where that CPVC will give you a little bit higher temperature rating. So if you wanted to run, you know, PVC for water delivery with a hot water tank, the gray stuff would be the way to go. So, all right. So like I said, the bottom will be our clean out for the main stack coming down. If we ever have to take this apart and clean it, we can access the 2-inch run through here, and then at the end of my 3/4 inch horizontal pieces, we'll have clean outs at the end of those. So I'm not sure if, I don't think we need to make this quite this wide. So yeah, that's pretty big. I mean, if we're running just 2 cups on each side, I think 15 inches would be more than adequate. So I guess I could have took, yeah, this is 30. Let's take one of these and cut it in half. We'll save the other one. Let's do that, because that way, excuse me, we'll have the rest of it for another project. Yeah, so we took our 5-foot piece and already cut it in half. Let's go in half again here. Magic of the internet and trying to save some time, built this frame after I checked this for leaks. One of these fittings was just leaking a little bit, so I took it off and just put some PVC glue and primer on there, so that fixed that problem. And then I got a 5-gallon reservoir jug for the top, so that's going to be about 40 pounds of weight up here, so I need something that's a little bit robust to hold it up. Oh. Support that like that. Screw this to a stud inside the coop, fill this with water, and see how the girls like it. So let's go in the coop and we'll mount this somewhere on the wall. Let's find a good spot. So here we are in the coop. There's the girls, 7 hens. Right now we got the water just hanging right there. This is not very much water in that, so looks like they're thirsty. So let's get this hooked up pretty quick. Back up. I'm gonna get you some water real quick. So let's put this. Hey, where you going? Let's grab the water. Hold on. Get you some water. Hold on a second. Oh, and you got no food. Good Lord. Okay. So, you knocked your thing over. Oh my. So I probably want the cups, 6-8 inches off the ground, so that way they stay clean. So we'll probably run this right here. And that way we can put the jug on top fairly easily. The kids can reach it too, so let's run a couple screws in here. Mount this. Where are my screws? There they are. Alright. Stud. Put the screws in there, make sure they'll hold this. few girls some food and some water. Oh, they're hungry. Look at them go. There you go. So the current water they were using, that holds about a gallon and a half. This whole setup should be about 7, 5 in here, and then I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 gallons down the tube. So we'll see how they like it. There we go. So that neck just rests in there, and then should gravity feed for them. Yep, that's got. If you can see that, bring in closer here. So not much light in here. It's kind of getting dark. You hit the valves there. That'll fill these up for the girls. So we'll see how they like it. We'll check in on them tomorrow. They were definitely hungry.